What's up, guys? My name's Collins Newey. Post Up is my stream, and I'm thrilled to be bringing you guys the 2024 US Open Championships out of Griff's Bar and Billiards. We're gonna be bringing you US Open 10 ball, US Open 8 ball, US Open bank pool, and US Open 1 pocket straight through every day till March 16th. We're bringing it to you live from Griff's Bar and Billiards right here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Hey, I just wanna let you guys know, I don't treat my stream like a typical pool stream. I don't treat it like that sports broadcast model. I treat it like I'm hanging out with you guys at home in the chat, super interactive, fun, lighthearted. We get down and we have a good time. The best part is, if you don't like that style, you can just hit the mute button and enjoy some of the best pool in the world. It's basically a who's who of the best players from around the world. Either way, come check it out and let's have some fun.
All right, guys, here we go. Coming in for the lag. Big match, winner's side action. Joshua Filler versus Francisco Sanchez-Ruiz, US Open 8-Ball Championship 2024, Final Four on the winner's side. The other match, left on the winner's side. Lag about to take place between Levan Corteza and Victor Zielinski. You can check out that match live streamed on the Facebook page Windows Open. Filler first to break wins the lag. FSR looking a little bit shaky. Warming up, missing some balls that you wouldn't think he would miss. Here we go. 3 ball down. That was the second ball. What I mean by second ball, for those of you who don't know, there's the, I could say second row ball. There's the head ball, and then the next 2 balls in the stack. When I say second ball, I'm talking about one of those 2 balls going like this. The 3 ball was the one on this side of the rack. Sorry, this side of the rack went into this pocket here. Pretty open spread. I think the solids are just a touch better, maybe. Unless the 5 doesn't pass the 9. In that case, you got to go stripes. More options with the stripes, actually. Kind of easier to play into positional zones with the stripes. Except the 11 and 15 right here being a little bit tough to lay perfect on, unless maybe while you're playing these balls here, you lay up on the side rail, play the 15 down the rail, 11 down the rail. Not really any way to get to this side of these balls. Obviously, you can't really play the 11 in the side because the 6 covers it. So, a couple things to think about in this rack. It is possible with the solids, if the 5 does pass in the bottom left, to just shoot the 4 now. Bring the cue ball out here. You got options with the 2 ball being so close to the corner. It's easy to recover position, so he's got options. Let's see what he picks. Who has the higher Fargo? Good question. Josh Filler has the highest Fargo on the planet, currently sitting at 850. Goes with stripes. Takes care of the 9 ball first. So like I said earlier, I got to imagine he's going to be playing these 2 balls down this way. It's all about getting into this zone. Right here at some point. Maybe that big of a zone. Interesting. This makes things a little confused, or a little bit tougher. Not by much. But maybe he can just play a stop shot on the 11 right now, pull the cue ball back a bit and play the 13, then the 15. He's going to just try to fall in that zone I was talking about earlier at some point, I guess. Unless there's something that I haven't seen, which is entirely possible. Playing into that zone we were talking about earlier right now. Cue ball stopping dead perfect. Just dead perfect. What speed control from Joshua Filler. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Almost clipping the 2 on the way in. Great shot, never in doubt. No hesitation from Filler. Maybe he was cheating the pocket to hold the cue ball for the 13. Now that he's got a perfect dead straight line on the 11, he can just follow past the 6 to play the 8 in the corner, and this rack is over, guys. Nice touch. Ryan Harm, what was the name? Ryan Harmson asks, what type of monitor do you use to draw those lines on? It's a program or a plugin on OBS. For all those types of questions, I've honestly been borderline inundated with questions about what it is that I'm using, what I'm doing for the stream, so that people can maybe use that info for themselves on their own streams. I plan to do a Q&A sometime when I get back to Hard Times, maybe in a week or two. I'll announce it on Facebook and on YouTube. So if you're interested in the answers to those questions, definitely be on the lookout for that. I'll do kind of like a live stream tour. Quick question. Good Times Billiards in Lakewood is going to host a Little Al event. Is there a contact I can reach out to? I want to make sure we have good accommodations for Little Al. Joe, are you talking about for a live stream, or are you talking about getting... If you have any questions, just message me on Facebook, either through the Post Up page or my personal page, Collins Newey. Thought you had to have alternate stripes solid on the corners. Or you had to alternate stripes solid. Luke M, you had them all next to each other. Each other in the rack. Okay. Luke M, that is a common misconception for people that aren't following pool at the professional level. A lot of like casual players and league players... not even league players, actually. League players are generally pretty well informed on that. But the only rule is on the rack that the 2 wing balls at the corners, like the bottom corners of the rack, one of those has to be a stripe and one of them has to be a solid. Otherwise, it's a random rack. Does that make sense? I can show you on a replay while FSR thinks here, if I can get there in time. See here? See how the 3 here, or the 6 and the 15 on the corners of the rack? Those are the only 2 balls that matter. FSR did decide on his shot here. Right on, Luke M, yeah. Yeah, Gideon F says, depending on the event, there might be a rule against pattern racking, a.k.a. the anti-Corey rack. Actually, the truth is, if every time you rack the ball stripe solid, stripe solid, stripe solid, it's technically a pattern rack. Oh, well, yeah, Patrick Smith says, and the 8-ball. Obviously, the 8-ball has to go in the middle of the rack. The 8-ball always goes in the middle of the rack. Rack number 2, FSR trying to hold serve and complete his own break and run. Funny because in the 8-ball WPA rules, there's a 8-ball rack with that exact pattern. Really? I'm gonna go look. FSR does respond in kind. Score is 1-1. It's almost a perfect solid stripe rack on the WPA website, but not quite. You can see here, a couple solids here, stripe, solid, stripe, solid, stripe, stripe, solid, stripe, solid, stripe, solid. So almost stripe solid, but you got a couple solids, couple stripes. But it's really a random rack. Brother Noose says, Collins, I'm new to watching pool. Very cool that you're with us. And consider your channel be my absolute favorite. Thank you so much. Curious to know, how did you go about partnering with Griffs to manage their stream? Honestly, Molina Mike hooked it up because the GM here was the one that reached out to Molina Mike, and then Mike put my name on the block, and the rest is history.
What are you throwing me under the bus for?
Someone was asking how I got the gig here, and I was just explaining that kind of fell in my lap a little bit.
It almost didn't happen.
What do you mean? I didn't know that part of the story.
Well, yeah, because when I called you to ask you if you'd be interested, I called Collins.
That's what he means. Okay.
I got asked to come over here, and I said, "Listen, I can do my thing as best I can, but if the stream isn't where it needs to be at, then it's going to be all for nothing." Anyway, when I called Collins, I said, "Hey, have you heard of this event, blah, 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 and, would you be interested in doing it?" And he swear to God.
He says it like this. He actually says it like this because it goes right into it. I pick up the phone and he says, "Hey, Collins, would you be interested in streaming the U.S. Open?" And I said, like the U.S. Open 10-ball and all that stuff that was just announced recently? And he says, "Yeah, that one." And I said, "Who the hell would want to stream that?"
No. He did not have that tone in his voice at all, because for a split second, I legitimately thought that he wasn't interested. So he was like, "Why would I want to do that?" And I was like, "Oh, well, okay, my bad, man. All right, well, I'll see you in a couple months at Hard Times." And yeah, you know, when I found out he was joking, obviously,
Like 10 seconds later.
right? We
Obviously.
we were able to figure it out pretty easily with Brandon, the manager here, and then
Yeah.
we all just immediately got to work doing our thing, and there was a lot going into the back end. It didn't just, you know, show up and boom, here we are. So
Yeah, turn the lights on.
yeah, but we are already looking into next year. There's a pretty good chance that we will be back. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed it, and you know, we'll continue to. So we're like halfway done after this event, and yeah, we're happy so far, and I hope you guys are too. That's
Most
the main
definitely.
thing.
So far, 2 break and runs, and Filler on his second break, and looking to. Oh wait, finish the deal. Wait, no, FSR. Wait, am I tripping? FSR broke this rack, if my math serves me, which means that FSR made a mistake while we were talking. Chat's gonna jump down my throat right now because I don't know what's going on in this game.
Is the chat even working?
Yeah, chat's working.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, it is. No. It would be Josh's break this game. Right? Or did FSR win? I'm done.
It's a good thing we got a day off tomorrow, pal.
Yeah, it's rack 3. Filler broke this rack, yeah. Josh has the cue ball on a leash. It'll be hard to beat him. It sounds like it is a break and run. Apologies, guys, for getting a little sidetracked. Oh, boy. Going to end up behind this 13 ball. It's going to end up right behind the 13 ball. Right as someone in the chat says that he's got the cue ball on a leash, and I read the comment out loud,
He looked at the camera, too.
He just whips the cue ball around the table and sits himself right behind his opponent's ball. Dang. Yeah, the chat is actually broken at the moment. Let me fix that, see if I can fix it. He called the corner, right?
He called it. I think he called the side, actually. Oh, wow.
Did he really call the corner right there?
He pointed, yeah. Show the replay, because I missed it. What in the world is going on? Wow.
Wow. He looks like he's like not even that excited about it.
It's just another day in the office for that kid.
Wow. I wish I had the camera in a better spot, but at least we got it.
Hold on. Go back to the...
Yeah, the replay.
Yeah. I need to see this again. I thought he called the side, Jerry. I'm with you. Can you show their scoreboard? Their scoreboard?
Yeah, it just did. They marked it for Josh.
Did they?
They marked it for Josh.
The angle looked like he called the side. Hold on. No, they didn't. They marked it for Fran.
Oh, they marked it for Fran. My bad.
Yeah. So that's why he was...
Oh, he did call the side. My bad.
He was conceding the game. There you go.
I got you.
Oh, well, he made it in the wrong pocket, not conceding the game.
Yeah, he made it in the wrong pocket.
He lost the game, yeah.
Okay. I was a little confused there, obviously. No wonder he didn't look excited.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Victor's up 2-1 over Levan Corteza. Albin Ocean 1-0 over Simon Curral. Roland Garcia's up 1-0 on Bader Alawada. You guys can check out the Bader Roland match on Bader's Instagram. He is live streaming right now. What?
You accidentally start playing something and just swear into the mic.
Oh, sorry. My bad. It's one mistake after another. What are
I
you
know,
gonna
right?
do?
Where the stream's going off the rails.
Sorry. All right. Meanwhile, Fran's up 2-1. Let's see. 4, 6, 3, 6, 7. Made one ball on the break, so it's open. They're saying audio. I don't know what that means.
If you're having audio issues, just refresh your page. YouTube's been having some issues for the past few days here.
He's taking solids, and I kind of like it. I think he really could have gone either way, though, but he liked the starter. He's going to have to get on the 2-ball here. Well, he's playing the 3-ball right now, but he needs to get on the 2-ball. That'll be the only, I guess, kind of problem, but it goes easily. Says they cannot hear you. Okay. Now, what's he going to play here? He's getting his extension now, so I guess he's going to play the 2-ball now, try to fade the 13-ball.
Do they have soft pretzels at Griff's? No.
I think they do.
Do they really?
I think so. Pretty sure they do.
Speaking of, I actually need to order some food. I haven't eaten yet today. Am I like, chill out for a minute?
You told me you went to Mickey D's.
I did, but I left it in my truck and got busy.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, do your thing, buddy. All right. All right. He faded the 13-ball, moved the 14. He's a little out of line here, but he's got options. He's got the 1-ball, I think, that he'll get back in line with. If not, he'll have a back cut on the 7-ball, though that's a little more letting the cue ball loose. Yeah, he's playing at the 1-ball here, I believe. A lot of Europeans left in this event. It's kind of no surprise, though, considering, you know, they play 8-ball for the European Championships pretty regularly. Fran's looking what he wants to do here, whether he wants to play 7-4 or 4-7. Steven asks, how would Josh hold up in a long race to 125 or 150 to Shane or Dennis? I don't think Dennis can fade Josh in either game. Shane's a different animal. I think in 9-ball, I like Josh, and 10-ball, I like Shane, would be what I would say. But I'm not a fan of the long races personally, especially if someone steamrolls early on. It's exhausting to watch. So right back in line. He needs an angle on the 5 to get to the 8. So that's just what he's looking at right here. He's sizing it up. This is the last day of the U.S. Open 8-ball championship. I don't know how many players we're down to now. Probably like 10 would be my guess. Maybe 8. I should know it. Let's hear in the chat who everyone thinks is going to win. Make some predictions out here. Winner side action is Levan Corteza versus Victor Zielinski. One loss side. I'm sorry. And then this matchup right here is also winner side. FSR and Filler. Played the 5 and made a nice shot. Now he's got perfect angle to play the 8-ball in the same pocket as he just played the 5. Francisco's going to take a 2-1 lead. See Roland Garcia, FSR. My money's on Filler. I would not be surprised if someone from the 1-loss side comes out to win this event, to be honest with you. They'll be playing up until the final, and they'll be in full gear. So 3-1. Mistake from Josh in the previous rack, followed by a break and run by FSR. 2-game lead. Do we have a sponsor list? We do. We got so let's see. Obviously, Griff's Q-Tech. Premier Billiards is the sponsor of our all-around portion of this event. Also got 1PKT, Michelle Griffin Realtor, Fast and Loose Designs, and Town were our sponsors. We appreciate all them. They got on board kind of, within a short turnaround time as Josh breaks the balls great. Solid's dressing up real good, although yeah, I think he's looking pretty good either way. It looks like that whatever that ball is on the far right is in kind of a funky spot. He may take solids, actually. Yeah, he is. He's taking solids. I think he'll go from the 3 to the 7 ball right now. Michelle is not Mark's daughter. She's actually a realtor out of the Louisville area. So if you guys, and she just loves pool. So big shout out to her. She was great. And all of our sponsors, like I mentioned before, they kind of came on board within a short turnaround time. Once Collins and I were confirmed with the gig. Oof, that didn't look good. We're confirmed with the gig. They kind of just threw their trust in us, and we appreciate it. So I don't think the event is. I think we got some areas of opportunity for sure, but we're proud of what we've done up until this point. So, but there will be some tweaks going into next year already. So things we've already been looking at. What's up, buddy?
It's going to be a few more minutes. I had the Ethernet that was going to the office fell down. I got to put it back.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. So, all right. Josh doing Josh things in a rack that he needs. Yeah, Travis, we appreciate them for sure. We couldn't have done it without them. And so I've been over here now I went to the World 10-Ball Championship, and Mucci helped me get out there. And then, so I was over there for a few days doing some stuff with Lucasi as well. And then this stretch, I'll be out in Vegas for well over 2 weeks, so almost 3 weeks. So it's a long time to be away, and sponsors certainly help out with a big portion of that. So anyhow, Josh Filler looking to get one game back, an important one. Trying to make it 3-2. Now's my chance to tell embarrassing stories about Collins. I wish I had more. Collins is, as much as I like to give him a hard time, he's great to be around, to be honest. I love his energy. His enthusiasm is great. His work ethic is phenomenal. I really like, as much as I like to give him a hard time in here and bust him up a little bit, and that'll always be the case. He's like family, and I got a lot of faith and trust in him. So, like I mentioned before, there's very few people in the industry that I'll go to bat for, and this guy is certainly one of them. So, big shout out to Collins. I know exactly what I'm going to get from him when I mention his name, and we always try to undersell and over deliver. So. Nice break there from Fran. We've got one ball down. He's going to have options here. Probably going to take the solids just because the starters just look so good. Going to have a little bit of work up there in the upper left. And so, yeah. Rumors about Griff's closing. Yeah, no, there's nothing that I've heard. I've been known to hear some rumors from time to time, and there's something that I've heard. And I can tell you every time I'm here, the room's always packed. The cleanliness, the quality of the food, the friendliness of the staff. It's really got, all the recipes of just doing well and thriving. And, kudos to Mark Griffin for setting this up before he passed away. I know I've seen some comments like, oh, they shouldn't be this in a pool room. And, you know, this was Mark's dying wishes, you know, to keep this event going for the players. And so throughout this week, we've listened to a lot of feedback for the players, and we're going to keep that same spirit in mind as we continue to push forward. So, but we're going to honor Mark's wishes and, yeah, just try to do our best job and make him proud. You know, we know he's watching. From upstairs. So, Mark, we miss you, and we're going to continue working hard for you, buddy. So, can you tell us any stories about casino stories so far? We've been spending some late nights in the casino, no doubt. It's been fun. We need some like decompressing time for sure after we get out of here. We usually get some dinner, head back to the casino, and then try to get some decent rest. And so tomorrow hopefully we'll be able to sleep in a little bit. But actually I got to go over to the Eastons tomorrow in the morning and film some stuff for Lucasi out there. So make sure and keep your eye out for that. Go follow that page as well. They're huge supporters of me personally, and really just a great team out there as well. So who's the best karaoke singer pool player? I've heard some rumors. Speaking of rumors, I've heard some rumors that Josh actually sings a pretty good karaoke. So maybe one of these days, maybe tomorrow actually. So we're gonna try to make a hockey game, I think, tomorrow night, and see who all wants to tag along. So, but we're basically like three guys who help put this whole package together for you guys, between Brandon, Collins, and myself. And you know, for it being the three of us, and then some teams working in the back and sponsors, we've worked our tail off, and we're not done. We're gonna continue pushing forward and throughout the event, and whatever it takes. If we got to work 20 hours for you guys, if we got to work 2 hours for you guys, we're gonna do it. So, Earth Spawn says not a Filipino. Filipinos love some karaoke. I know that. You know, and actually, I got invited to, after the World Championship, a party for the Filipinos that they were having here in Vegas, and I heard there was some good karaoke going on. I didn't get to make it.
We ought to do it once, man. Let's do it before we leave Vegas.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, yeah, there's a video online. Speaking of good Colin stories, there's a video online that I know I've seen of Colin singing his heart out on some karaoke. And before the event is over with, as Fran takes this rack, I will try to post that video of Collins on Windows Open.
Was it the one from my wedding?
I don't know, dude. Somehow or another, like, because of course I follow you on Facebook, and someone tagged you, so then it came up, and then
I think it was the one from my wedding. Maybe Corey Buchanan took it because I
mean, you were like singing with your, like, you know, with your heart, with your chest.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I'll sing some Hosier.
There was some
some John Legend,
veins on your forehead, kind of stuff. Man. You know what I mean? Like, you were letting it rip.
I'll let it rip, baby.
So, anyhow, just to give you guys a score update, you guys can check out digitalpool.com, search U.S. Open 8-Ball Championship. There's a few matches going on around the room. Let me just hit refresh, and we'll give you guys an update. 4-2, Fran over Filler. Victor Zielinski, 4-1. That was my pick, Collins. 4-1 over Lee Van Corteza. Albin Ocean, 2-1 over Simon Curral. Roland Garcia, 2-1 over Bader Alawadi.
Hey, it wasn't only your pick, and I was there before you even started saying something.
You asked me first, so it was like...
I was being polite.
I appreciate that, by the way. I do.
Look at the spread on these balls, man.
Killer break. No pun intended.
Okay.
No pun intended.
Where's the car crash?
What, for my... for the pun? Is that what you're doing? All right. Let's see here. And by the way, I think tonight, well, not I think, I know tonight I'm going to be doing some stuff with the guys out at Yale Billiards, Lucas Werner and Jeremy Jones. So if you guys haven't checked out that Facebook page, please do. Bobby Hilton and the team do a great job and do a lot for pool. And I know a lot of these players are going out there to his room as well, I think, in the next few weeks. So big shout out to them. Josh has got some pep in his step. You got to hold serve while you can, and it's just a high class match, which I heard you had in the last match as well.
Oh,
Roland and
the
Carlo.
last match was
Just
when you left, it got
just a high standard.
It was such a high standard until the very, very end. I mean, there was 9 or 10 racks of like perfect pool except for dry breaks.
God, he hit that ball so well, like a nice thick hit inside English. Great shot there by Josh.
See how the rack was hanging off the table? What if a ball hit it and it affected the shot? In cue ball fouls only with no refs, if something like that happens, it's up to both players to make sure that the rack is not in the way of the shot.
Yeah.
Right? So just as much as the player who hit the shot and the ball hits it, if it goes in, might, have an advantage when you say it's not a foul, the other player might, I'm not saying like this actually happens, but like in theory, the other player might be trying to garner an advantage by not saying something and leaving the rack there so that if the shot hits it, it might disturb or change the shot. You get what I'm saying? So it's it's both players' responsibility.
Look, at the end of the day, I want to see adults play pool. And what I mean by that is just, be a grown-up. Let's not pull any moves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Use a little bit of common sense. I'm not here to micromanage or babysit anyone, and to be fair, everyone's done a pretty good job in this event. Like, no real issue. There's been a couple, but it's been far and few between. So I don't I don't want to be that guy, and everyone's kind of been pretty great. Plus, especially when it comes to all these Europeans, they all know each other. They're all friends, and so
wow, this break, Mike, is looking really good.
Right.
Look at the only balls that are tied up. both groupings have a ball, like right here.
But I like
leads to it.
I like solids.
I like solids too.
I like solids personally.
Yeah, the opening shot, it's real easy to
for sure
get in ideal position. You have two options that do the job.
Yeah.
And,
I forgot to update the score, buddy. 4-3.
Thank you.
Thanks for the reminder, guys.
Yeah, and I'm gonna
you go eat lunch.
I'm gonna go eat those
can you put me on mute?
potato skins.
All right. Eight ball in the break is not a win. It does get spotted back up. So there's a couple of changes that we'll make for next year when it comes to the eight ball for sure. But all in all, I think it's good. Like personally, I want, and this is a debate that we had when it comes to the event, because it was like a balance between honoring what Mark had already put in place and then, what we appreciate as well. I like seeing winner break. I want to see, players put packages together. So I think these are things that we'll talk about and consider, and a couple of other things. So, but based on the feedback, what changes do you see being made? Yeah, just a couple of rule changes, pretty much. What we're thinking. I've been talking with the players quite a bit, and we're not stubborn by any sense, or feel like we have all the answers. So, yeah, we want to make sure they're happy. We're gonna work as soon as this event's over with. I can tell you we're gonna work hard on getting some sponsors in place already, like a year in advance, so that way we can try to get more money added for these players. That's the bottom line. So we want to do a better job for them. So, yeah. Jackie, I am doing some commentary tonight with the Jeremy Jones. I mentioned that just a little bit ago, so I'm looking forward to that. To be honest with you, I completely forgot about it. I know I posted the flyer the other day, and I realized, oh, holy cow, it's today. So, Francisco, this is the key shot right here. Just getting from the 7 ball back to the 2 ball to get back in line. 8 ball sitting wide open, and it's got all the pockets on earth to choose from. Last pocket 8 ball next year. I don't think we'll do that, but yeah, look, we like seeing great pool, period. And we want to have we want to have all the best players here if we can. So we're going to try to announce the dates already for next year's event after this event's over with. And hopefully guys can respect the dates and the players will stick around. So kind of hit that one a little spicy. I think he's going to go with the 1 ball here to get back in line. I'm not sure he was trying to get in there. I think he was playing for the 2, but either way, he's fine. Yeah, between Derby and Vegas, I might get burnt out on pool. It's not easy for sure. I've been on the road a lot this year, and will continue to be. Even next month, from the Lucasi Tour stops to Philadelphia at the Expo, and I'm trying to think, probably the Ultimate Pool event in Louisiana. I'm probably going to be on the road a little bit, but I miss my girls, man. That's the main thing. I miss my daughters. I hate being away from them, and that part's been, like, personally been real tough. As Francisco gets another game, gets closer to 8, 5-3 now. Yeah, no, that part's been really difficult for me. So, but I try to stay busy. We try to stay focused. We try to just all right, let's see. Kind of a flat break there from Josh, but he's got a bunch of balls down, and so he's got his hand on his hip, and I'm thinking because the 6 ball's tied up with the 9, but the 10 ball's blocked by the 2 ball. So he's got a little bit of issue here. Let's see how would I'm gonna think how I would attack it, and then they'll probably do the opposite. So I think it makes sense to go with the 1 ball first, and then you can get the 2 ball, get that region kind of taken care of. And then from there, I think you can figure out ways to kind of navigate getting on the 6, or maybe moving the 9 ball if you need to, which I don't think he will, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see. $13 first. Gerard was right, and that's where he went to. Guess he likes the solids first. Oh, he's going to use the 14 to get on the 10. And like I said, whatever I would go with the opposite. So I wonder if he's just going to try to hold it with a little bit of inside. Full hit is what he wants. He used every inch of that pocket. Great shot there from Josh. Touchy little shot there, but he's really just trying to hold for the 9, which he got on very well. And he's looking pretty good. I've been getting a lot of messages about the raffle that we're doing. We're going to pick a bunch of winners. It's not just going to be one winner. We got 2 Q-Tech Truewood Qs. Ooh, hit that ball a little fat. We got a bunch of Town Max racks that are going to be signed from the winners of each event. We got an entry into next year's U.S. Open event of your choice, whether 8-ball banks, 10-ball, or 1 pocket. Entry into the Ultimate Pool Louisiana event. Some Ultimate Pool swag. Whoa, hit that one a little spicy. Coming in hot. He's going to have a tough shot here on the 8, but Josh is known to make some pretty tough shots to get back within 1. And he drills it. Nice shot there. Nice out. Let me adjust the score. Josh gets one back. He's gonna need some help. Josh is gonna need some help here from Fran. It's tough with the way these guys are breaking, and it's no wonder why they're in this spot in the tournament. Big break. 4-ball down. Cue ball in a good spot. 2-3 are tied up. That 14 ball and 6 are in a funky little spot as well. That's what he's looking at. That for the Brunswick picture, Mike. I'm not sure what you mean. On the Brunswick page, we gave away a, what do you call it? We gave away a Pure XQ. By the way, I got some winners to give away on the Lucasi page as well for some shafts, so I'll be hitting those guys up as well. But yeah, I'm not sure what you're talking about. All right, let's see here. This is the rack that Josh needs to win, but he's going to need some help from that guy at the table. So it's all about this like 6-ball for me and whether or not the 3-ball passes. Looks like he wants to pick the solids. He's getting his extension, I'm guessing. And he's going to attack the 7-ball first. Seeing how he can get a nice full hit, he might just try to get on the 6-ball now. Play it in kind of a one-pocket way. Oh, no, he wants to go into it. See, I like kind of just almost trying to drag it around and trying to shoot the ball on the same side, but I'm not going to argue with this man right here. Even if you go into the 6-10, I think you still got some options. This is what I liked right here, because it's real easy to get on, not real easy, but it's decent to get on the 6-ball. It's hard to tell how thin he is here. How will we be notified if we win the giveaway? Well, first of all, we're going to do it live on the stream. So every one of the winners will be announced with your name live on the stream. And then on top of that, uh-oh, we got some shaking going on. Hang tight.
So,
check why that camera was shaking for a second. Did someone come in, or were they was somebody standing by the camera? Okay. Yeah, so we will we'll reach out to you. We'll be online, and then we'll be sending messages. Shipping will probably take a couple of days if you're not local, but we are able to ship. And yeah, just because we'll be still here streaming the events. But after this event, I'm sticking around town, be working the BCA trade show after this. So can you talk about the Mosconi Cup and what Team USA needs to do to win? Any potential players you see out there to add to the team? Yeah, I think, look, USA needs a lot of help. You know, I think they got a good core of players that can compete. I don't think this year is reflective of how competitive they really are. Nice shot there from Fran. But you're going to have a team full of 5 world champions, most likely. So, you know, you're just going to have to get a little bit of a roll of the ball. I think the break is massive, and I don't think the Americans break the balls that great at all. Even Shane, who's known to have a really great break, I don't think he's gotten this, you know, new format breakdown. So, but you got Federer, you got a chance. You got Sky, who's clutch, you got a chance. You got SVB for a few more years, you got a chance. And then you just got to put a couple pieces around there, and guys got to step up. You know, guys got to man up and play good pool. So when it counts. Francisco is kind of flirting a little bit here. Got a little bit funny, but you expect him to get back in line. Really great matchup until this point. 5-4 is a score. This is for a chance to make the hot seat match. Nice shot all the way down. Speaking of clutch, Francisco coming in with one. Victor Zielinski 7-2 lead over Levan Corteza. Albin Ocean 3-2 over Simon Bader and Roland 3-3. And Francisco with a 6-4 lead as Josh taps the table. Great out there by FSR. How did Sky make out with this test? Will that disqualify him if he fails for Mosconi Cup? So one, and I don't want to get too far off topic here, but I will say that, you know, the Matchroom Mosconi Cup is not WPA sanctioned, so it's basically an exhibition, and so I'll say that to start off with. Matchroom and the WPA have not come to any kind of agreement, although they are in positive talks. As I see Victor and Levan give each other a high five, so big win for Victor Zielinski. Gets through a tough matchup. But I think for Sky, you know, digging his heels in the mud there, not wanting to do it, I think was just more at a principle, and I get it. You know, they were, you know, singling him out to some extent, and so, you know, I wouldn't have wanted to do it either. So, this is not good. This is going to be a problem for Josh, especially if he cannot back cut this 2-ball or make the 15 ball on the side. So yeah, we'll see. We will see. He's bearing down here. He's going to have to let the cue ball loose a little bit. So even if you make it, you're still not out of the woods. He makes the shot. Almost scratches. And he kind of picks his hands up because he's still not out of trouble yet. So yeah, Jay, I don't want to get into it. You know, I was there talking with the BCA representative before the drug test. There were other American players there that in that round that could have been drug tested. I'll put it like that. So, I mean, you can say whatever you want online, but I was talking with the people that were involved, and you know, I'll put it like that. So, anyhow, Josh got to come with a big shot here. 6-ball is still in a tough spot, but you're gonna have to make a couple of more recovery shots here still. Overcut it, and he missed it, and that's gonna be trouble. That's gonna be trouble. Fran's not stealing here with this opener, though. He's gonna have a back cut on the 14 ball. I don't think that he can thin this 11 ball. So it's not a gimme by any means. You gotta spin it to win it. You doing all right, buddy?
Really good.
Good, man.
It was
Good.
a perfect size little appetizer to the, you know, get a little bit of fuel and not put me to sleep. Speaking of sleep, I got some good sleep last night.
Oh God, yeah.
Finally.
Yeah, no kidding.
Well, your salad's ready out there if you want to go grab it. Or are you sweating this? No response.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in. Yeah, it's hard to say his name was selected. There was 2 names to choose from for a North American representative. It was either Shane or Sky. So, but I'll leave that conversation there. Let me just finish off this one, Collins, and then I'll go get some lunch, buddy. Is there a list of who's entered the banks on Sunday? Kevin, I will try to get you a list and post it on Windows Open just as soon as I can. So it's a good question. We appreciate all you guys for tuning in. Josh is in a bit of a bit of trouble here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna step out. I'm gonna go get some lunch, and I'm gonna talk to Victor. And
That's right. So Victor
moved on.
won, right? Yeah, yeah. That's gonna be a hell of a hot seat match. A real good hot seat match, that one. FSR looking to get a nice angle here on this. What do you like here? Do you like playing the 11 ball first and then just using the natural angle to come around this way? Or do you like moving the cue ball less? If you're a pro, you usually just stun over here. The only question is it easier to get from the 15 to the 8 than it is to get from the 11 to the 8? You got to weigh those percentages and then go with the gut. He's picking the 11 ball. Around the 7, going to come through a good line off of the third rail here. Real good line. Slightly tougher shot on the 15 ball, though. Slightly. FSR. This guy sure don't like to miss, does he? Well, it's looking to me like Filler's going to have to fight his way back from 5th, 6th position to get back to the final here. With the 9 ball being out in the open, having a window, I believe. It's kind of a narrow window, maybe. Maybe not. No. No dice. It's a little bit more interesting here. He's looking at the jump shot on the 9. Because it's not easy to hold position off the 10. Nick Nelson says, I respect all of you and see regular names every day. I would love to meet all of you. Maybe someday we will find each other at a table and realize how human we all are. Dude, if you're a true post-up fanatic, be on the lookout for the Moscone Cup coming up this year. When tickets go on sale, we're going to try to buy out a section. Like, not meaning I'm going to buy the section, but I mean, we're going to try to do a live stream right when the tickets go live and try to buy tickets as close to each other as possible. It's in Las Vegas this year. Or at least I hear it is. Have they announced the dates yet? No, I don't believe so. I don't think they've announced the dates and venue yet. Not quite yet. Collins, will you let us see your break if we get 1,000 likes? You won't be impressed. Leading up to this event, I have played very, very, very little pool. I'm definitely not in stroke right now. I'd say I'm playing at about 70%. Interesting spot here, but the 5-ball, cue ball being so close to the 5-ball certainly helps. At least with pocketing the ball. So he goes for the bottom right corner. And uses the stripe to hold the cue ball. Real nice shot there. Should have no problem here coming across with just a touch of inside down to here. Or honestly, ideally, it's better to get below the ball like this. To send the ball. Something like that. I mean, that's pretty tough too, but as far as speed control goes, he gets above the ball. Real thin, so he's going to play speed here. Softer is better than harder, I think, here. Because having a nice angle like this to play the cue ball back up on the 8 like that is probably ideal here. Better to underhit this one than overhit it if you're going to miss the speed. And he's going to overhit it. He's going to overhit it. Time to pull out the jump cue. Little bit of drama on the hill here. FSR. Real close to the ball. He's jumping over, and he's got to jump over the ball kind of thick because of the way the cut lays. FSR is definitely the favorite to make this ball, but will he end up on the 8? Thank you, Justin, in the chat says Moscone Cup date is December 4th through 7th. No venue set yet. Thank you. He does miss the jump shot, and now Josh Filler kind of in a similar position to where Carlo Biado was in the last match. In a place where he can finish this rack, ideally break and run the next one, but then he's going to need at least one more, probably 2 more mistakes from Francisco in order to have any chance at winning this set. Predictions coming in from the chat. Filler's about to catch a gear. Filler always just caught a gear. Like always. Right as I say that, little nervy shot here. And, of course, it's no problem for arguably the best ball pocketer alive in pool today. 7-5, Filler breaking. Here we go. Wow, guys, I want to give a huge shout out to you guys for the tremendous support and everyone clicking that sub button. We're coming up on 13K, guys. Coming up on 13,000 subscribers. The goal is to hit 15K by the end of this event, honestly, with the way that the numbers have been moving. Look at that. Only 84 away from 13K. Almost 3,000 more people jumping on the bandwagon after that first night where we hit 10K. Thank you guys so much. Glad you're enjoying it. Filler's going to overcut the ball. Filler overcuts the 11 ball. But he covers the pocket for the 2. Look at this. The 2 has no pocket this way, and the bank is not on because of the 12 ball right here. This game is not over. There's got to be 50 of you in the chat lands that are probably going to stick around for the banks in one pocket, right? That haven't hit the subscribe button yet. Don't forget, it's easy to find when you're subscribed. It'll pop up at the top of your feed when we're live. Yeah, I don't know what he's going to do with the 2 ball. There's not really a ball that can bump it very easily. $100K YouTube plaque incoming. All right. That's about 5 or 6 years away at best. Oh, wait, the ball... Filler missed the first ball? Wait a second. Oh, I thought Filler already took stripes. This game is... My mistake. I was looking at the subscriber count. Typical Collins. Dogging it. Watch the subscriber number fall now. Nobody wants to watch that crap.
What the heck is MySpace?
Are there 20 more of you guys? 20 more? 19? It's such a round number, 13K. Lucky number, 13K. Oh, no. Oh, no. Someone unsubbed. All right. We'll get it out of the way. Yeah, 10 ball sitting in a prime location to get on the 8. This game is over, guys. FSR just waiting for Roland Garcia to shoot his shot. And guys, this is me shooting my shot. Come on, we got 9 to go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time it perfectly when he makes the 8 ball. Never mind. 13K. Thank you guys so much. Gotta like it. Shout out to FSR. Moves forward. Decent match there. Scored 7-5. And he's going to be playing Victor Zielinski in the hot seat match. Coming up soon. Let's get a